when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Now, one of the highest rituals for the transfer of a kingdom resource is worship. Let's go to Matthew 4 and let's check the only thing the devil asked Jesus to do for him. Do you know that worship has economic power? How then do you finish worshiping and go broke? Look at that, Matthew 4 verse 9. Thank you. I said unto him, all these things, which things? Kingdoms I will give. So, kingdom wealth is not worked for, it is given. If you will fall down and work 12 hours a day, if you will get 6 jobs, I will give you. If you will stop going to church, I will give you. If you will worship me. So if worship was the only thing required for the devil to transfer all he owns to Jesus, what then is worship? And how come we have been worshiping our God and nothing has been transferred to us? One of the economic machinery of the spirit is worship. Your worship has never given you realms you have not worshipped. One of the ways you pledge your allegiance is worship. That the least part of worship is singing. I want to know your ways. I want to dwell in your power. Help me to learn of you, not of the works of your hands. Take me deeper. Let me understand worship. Teach me the ways of the deep. Teach me the path of the ancients. You see why Daniel said, I prefer to face the lion's den than to stay for 1 month without communicating with my God, because we understand it's our fraternity in the spirit that determines our place in the flesh. My place in the government is by my loyalty to my fraternity in the spirit. Occultic men can never compromise the gathering of the occult. When the coven gathers, they must be there. Occultic men can never miss their meetings. Miss it and go broke. You know what God said to Moses? Tell Pharaoh to let my people go that they may. It means they cannot worship in Egypt. They can sing in Egypt, but they cannot worship in Egypt, because Egypt has a system that fights worship. Most of you are singing in Cameroon. You have never worshipped. One day they told Elisha to prophesy. He read the prophetic radar. It was not functional. He checked prophetic machine. It wasn't functional. He called for a minstrel to begin to touch some chords in worship. When the minstrel began to minister, it says, he gained access to the frequency of God. God has hidden treasures in worship. If you worship and didn't get treasure, you didn't worship. You sang a nice melody. You don't know worship. Worship is submitting your life to an authority. Worship is following the constitution of a deity. Worship the Father in spirit. It means before you lift your hands, you must know what you are lifting your hands to. How can you just, you see, while you are looking around during worship, you cannot even see, because you are worshiping in the flesh. It is the instrument that determines your worship. When you worship in spirit, now I can define it to mean enter into the realm you're worshiping. Just one look on your face. That song will make more sense. It will bring you to your knees when you see his face. In just one glance of your eyes. Oh, John saw his eyes. He said there was fire in his eyes. Fire. He saw him and his body became weak. As he beholds the glory of God, he begins to feel something on the inside. When you really worship in spirit, nobody will beg your knees to go on the ground. At the name of Jesus, every knee bows, because they see him. When you see him, the beauty of his holiness, no one will tell you to sing holy, holy. When the elders look at him, they are about to sit on their throne, but when they lift their head again, they see Adonai. They want to sit, they lift their head, they see El Kibbor. They want to sit, they lift their head, they see Jireh. John said the other day, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day. I was in the spirit. It may be the Lord's day, but you were in the flesh on the Lord's day. So there are transactions in that realm you are an alien to, because God is holding meetings in a realm, but you are in the flesh. Your hands are lifted. You are speaking in tongues, but you are not worshiping.